Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to Jack Stocken's Improver class, and a warm welcome to everyone who will be watching the session via replay. Just the usual checklist of things. If you have any problems with your connection, I think Ella seemed to have a problem just then, but she's resurfaced, which is great. Just go back to the welcome email you received and use that link to return. Or you can use the help section on top right hand above the video, and there's a support link there. But we usually keep the chat box open for people to participate and ask Jack any questions that they may have. So without further ado, I'll just get the record going and we'll be right to go shortly. Here we go. Looks like we've got people from all parts of the world today, which is very exciting. And the recording is now active, which is terrific. So I'll just invite Jack down and you can start your session.
Morning, Franny.
Good morning, how are you?
Yes, good form, I think. I've just been teaching the beginners stroke improvers for an hour. So I've had a half an hour break, got myself a cup of tea.
Excellent, great. How are they going?
Very well. No, they're coming on really well, actually. They're an intelligent class. Not as intelligent as this class, of course, but
of course not.
Yeah, that would be difficult. But no, they're doing really well. And I think it's really helping that they're practicing weekly on BBO as well with the WhatsApp group and with the various, practice sessions on BBO.
So where will that class migrate to? Will it come into the improvers?
They'll come into here, yes. So what will happen, Franny, in the middle of May, that class will migrate into the improver class.
Fantastic.
And then we'll free up the 9:30 slot for the new crop of beginners in October.
Okay, well, that's excellent. All right. You're going to be tackling the topic of...
Yes, so today we're doing a review of two clubs.
Oh, fantastic.
Which is important because it doesn't come up very often, but when you've got a really strong hand with lots of points, it's easy to panic. So we're just going to go over that. I think it's a useful thing to do.
And also there'll be notes people can access later.
Yes, there'll be the download notes worksheet as always, and the two playable hands as well.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I'll get out of your way and hope you enjoy your class.
Yes, we'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
Thank you, Franny, for the introduction. Caroline's just off the tennis court. Well done, Caroline. Ellie's with us. It is a bit dull in North Yorkshire. I imagine it's a bit dull everywhere, actually, Ellie, to be honest with you. Right, so we're having a review of the two club opener, because we have done it before, but it's not often you get 23 points or more. But when you do have 23 points or more, it can be a bit of a shock. So you open two clubs. I think we all know that. It's forcing to game, and it's artificial. Yeah, so if you're playing on BBA, you would alert it yourself. It's nothing to do with clubs, of course. You might have clubs. You might have a 5 or 6 card club suit. You may not have a club in your hand. It's what we call a conventional bid. Yeah, a conventional bid in bridge is artificial bid. So a bid that does not mean what it says. Like 4 no trumps Blackwood. That's a convention. 2 club Stamen is a conventional bid. It's not quite our first conventional bid because we have learned the others. Okay, so let's start off. 23 points. What would you open on that hand there? Yeah. Richard, that's fine. Good to have you on board. Yeah, let's not waste too much time. 23 points or more, nothing to do with clubs. How would I respond to a 2 club opener? Just before we go on, I mean, you can sometimes upgrade. If you've got a really strong hand with a long suit or good shape, you can open 2 clubs on 21 or 22 points, sometimes even 20. I tend to do it on 3 loser hands. Experience will tell you when. But if you've got a really, really strong hand, you can open 2 clubs on less than 23. But only really experience tells you when to do that. But typically I look for like a 3 loser hand, a really good suit, that type of thing. A hand that wants to be in game, even if partner has nothing. Okay, so responding to 2 clubs, you know you can never pass. There's a lady who lives near Scarborough. She once passed her partner's 2 club open. I think had about 3 clubs between them and about 30 points. Yeah, they had a good laugh about it, but it's something you tend not to do twice. So what we do is we respond 2 diamonds, called the waiting bid, or you could call it a relay bid if you like. And you will do this about 90% of the time. So I've opened 2 clubs, 23 points more. What would you respond with that pile of rubbish, if anything? Morning, Sally AD, Eta Flynn from Ireland, Bernice, Assumpta also from Ireland, Carrie, Caroline, Charlie. You're all, Margaret, Noli, all. Oh, I say all. Not all of you are bidding 2 diamonds. Oh, yes, we are. Janet. Yeah, you have to respond, even with nothing. You don't want to be in 2 clubs. Waiting bid. There's a couple waiting. Looks like a day guard, doesn't it, that painting? You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's called the waiting room, actually. Looks like a day guard, doesn't it? That could be a wild guess. Right, let's play hand 1 straight away. 7, 10, 16, 23 points. Well, I'm sure you're all going to open 2 clubs. It is easier to open 2 clubs, of course, in the 2 club lesson. North, what do they bid, if anything? No points at all, actually. That's known as Yarborough. A Yarborough in bridge is a hand with no card higher than a 9. You can Google it. I have told you why it's a Yarborough before, so I'm not going to do it again. But you can always Google it, why it's a Yarborough. And South's rebid with 23 points is what? Morning Ella, morning Ant, Barbara. Ellie's calling it a Marlborough. I quite like that. Annie, Ella. We've got Ellie and Ella. That could be confusing for me. Judy, of course. Right, all bridge on a bridge weekend, I think. No need to get overexcited. Just 2 spades will do here. Yeah. No. We don't need to jump to 3 spades here. It takes away bidding space. So 2 spades says we've got 23 points or more and at least 5 spades. Yeah, never 4. Over to North. Well, what do they do anything with their Yarborough? What would be their bid, if anything? Can they pass? Do they have a fit? Well, we have a fit because partner's got 5 spades. We must be sporting spades. Some of you bidding no trumps. That would be wrong. The best bid actually here is 4 spades. Yeah. It's called the principle. Some of you may not have heard of this. It's called the principle of fast arrival, PFA. So that means when someone's opened 2 clubs, if you've got a really weak hand, you go straight to game. Yeah, saying, listen, partner, I've got really very little. Please don't bid again. The double negative used to be 2 no trumps, Judy, but yeah, it's not a bid we like to make so much anymore. Here we've got a fit there. Now 3 spades is a stronger bid than 4 spades for the more experienced. 3 spades would show 3 or 4 cards in spades and probably 4 plus points. Yeah. Always game forcing that 2 spades. You can't ever bail on it. No. You can never pass as North. You need to keep going to game. When partners rebid a suit, that is. Different if partners rebid no trumps. If partner rebid 2 no trumps, everyone, showing 23-24 balanced, then North passes with 0 or 1 point. It's the only time that you can pass if South rebids 2 no trump and you've got a bust. Okay, but if partner rebids a suit, you have to keep going to the bitter end. Okay, well, I hope you thank partner for the dummy. And they wished you good luck. You might need it. So clearly we're going to win the diamond. But when we do, plan the play. What are you going to do next? So once we've won the diamond, let's win it now, actually. Although we should be planning earlier. But once you've won the diamond, and the planning stage should actually take place now before you play a card from dummy. So have you made your plan? I've made mine. And really, it's all to do with drawing trumps. So do you draw trumps or do you delay? So we're going to win the diamond. What card do we play next, everyone? From Declarer's hand. If you're watching in replay, a very warm welcome to you. I haven't said hello to you yet. I know many of you watch in replay. You're busy doing other things at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday. Could be Pilates. Could be childcare. Could be playing tennis. Could be playing golf. It's a bit cold for golf. It could even be work. Yes, there's some of us who do still work out there. Yes, well done for spotting that. What you do is you look for a suit that's longer in your own hand than dummy. Not trumps, of course. And if you have that, it's nearly always right to create the void in dummy. Well done for spotting that, everyone. What does West play next, do you think, having won the 10 of hearts? Morning, Elizabeth, Annie M, Anne from Harrogate. Carrie's with us. What do you think West would do now, having won the 10 of hearts? Well, seeing that Declare is trying to create a void in hearts, they do very well switch to a trump. If in doubt, trump about. No, they wouldn't take their ace. That wouldn't be good play, by the way, to take the ace of hearts. That would very much help Declarer. That ace is never going to run away. Much better to switch to a trump. And another trump. But Declarer is ahead of the game. They can play their queen of hearts. But we rough it. And that's our 10th trick, effectively, everyone. Yeah, we can just play out our winners now. They're going to make their trump at some point. So we're going to quickly play out our winners. And we'll just take these 2 winning trumps almost as quick as claiming. So that's 10 tricks. Well done if you spotted that. It's quite a grey area, that, trumping in dummy for quite a few bridge players. It's easier when there's a singleton in dummy. But when there's a doubleton, it's a bit of a smokescreen. Yeah, I do like playing the cards out early rather than claiming. Also, it's more courteous to the opponents. Robots get a bit upset if you claim too early. Back to the classroom. Okay, I've opened 2 clubs. You've got 10 points this time. What would be your best bid here? Morning, Stuart. Mary. And you're all bidding. Oh no, some of you are bidding 2 no trumps. That's naughty. Some of you are bidding 6 no trumps. That's naughty. No, just the waiting bid here. It's unlimited. You might have 12 or 14 points. Yeah, 2 diamonds. One thing I wouldn't do is bid 2 no trumps. No, that's old-fashioned. Yeah, because you don't want to be playing no trumps. It takes away bid. A, you don't want to be playing no trumps yourself. You'd rather the strong hand played no trumps. And B, it takes away valuable bidding space. Let's find out what partner's got. You know, we're going to go to game, obviously, and more likely slam with our 10 points. We will be bidding slam on this hand. But take it easy to begin with, okay? Some of you bidding 2 no trumps or, yeah, just 2 diamonds. Partner will always bid again. And you can't bid hearts, Les. No, good question from Les, but South can't bid hearts. The reason being, and we'll look at that, I think, later, is that it shows a good 5-card suit with 2 of the top 3 honours, Les. So whenever you bid opposite 2 clubs, it promises 5 cards. I'm glad we've cleared that up. Okay, there you go. Just what I was telling you about. So if you've got a positive reply, which is rare, because you need to have at least 8 points and a good 5-card suit with 2 of the top 3 honours. If you can tell me what all those 11 medals are, you're definitely a wiser man than me. In fact, if you can tell me what one of those medals is, you're a wiser man than I am. I'm guessing one's the Victoria Cross here. And I might guess that one's the Military Cross, because those are the only 2 I've heard of. Right. I've opened 2 clubs. What's your best response with that, with your 8 points? So this is one of the rare times where you can make a positive. There you go, 2 hearts. 5-card suit, 8 or more points with a couple of 2 of the top 3 honours. So a good suit. Good. Doesn't happen very often though. Morning, Deb. Yeah, we were talking earlier about whether you can open 2 clubs with less than 23 points. Occasionally is the answer. Both of those hands warrant that. I mean, that first hand, they're both A actually, but the first hand is a rock crusher. Only 21 points. But 3 loser hand, you don't need anything from partner to make 4 hearts there. And it would be a big mistake to open 4 hearts on either of those hands. Remember, a 4-heart bid is an 8-card suit, weak, 5 to 10 points, just to remind you. So open 2 clubs and then rebid hearts. And the second one as well, massive hand, 2 loser hand. It's huge. You know, you'd be incredibly unlucky not to make 4 hearts on both of those. No, with those hands, I'd rebid just at the... Well, the first hand, actually, I'd rebid at the 3 level, Juliet, to be honest. I'd open 2 clubs, partner bid 2 diamonds, and then you jump to 3 hearts to show a very solid suit. It basically sets trumps. Yeah, that bid. On the second one, though, I'd only bid 2 hearts because partner might have a spade fit. Yeah, good question from Juliet. Okay, so that's that. All right, what's your rebid here with 23 points? And of course, this will be covered in the worksheet as well. So yes, it's a balanced hand. We just rebid 2 no trump. Okay, so 2 no trumps there. Shows 23 to 24. If you had 25 or 26, you jump to 3 no trumps. Okay, so a jump to 3 no trumps there would be 25, 26. Let's play hand 2 on BBO. No, I would never worry about weakness in any suit there, Anne and Harrogate. Good question, but no, when you bid no trumps, you don't need to have cover in every suit. No, I would never worry about that. You just have to get on with it. Hang on, where are we? Okay, so 23 points. 2 clubs. I'm going to alert it here, look. Yes, Caroline's got a good question. Just pause for a second. Well, we'll come on to it in a second, Caroline, your question. North bids 2 diamonds. South rebids 2 no trumps. You're all going to get that answer right. And North, what do they do next? So yes, we bid 3 no trumps. Well done. Yeah. Really, with 2 points or more, 0 or 1 point, we would pass. Okay. Stamen here, just for the Caroline was asking. Yeah, 3 clubs would be Stamen here, by the way. You would need to have a 4-card major there. But yes, Stamen does work. It's one of the few times that Stamen works after a rebid, when you open 2 clubs and rebid 2 no trumps. So 3 clubs here is Stamen. 3 diamonds would be a transfer to hearts. 3 hearts would be a transfer to spades, showing 5 cards. So that's quite important. Some of you might not do that, but Stamen and transfers work here. Okay. They're not suitable for this hand, so we bid 3 no trumps. Yeah, good point, Caroline. I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because it's useful for the others to remind the others about that who are watching either live or in replay. Right, what's the opening lead? Fourth highest of longest and strongest suit here, so we choose the 2 of clubs. And counting certain tricks, 2, 4, only 4. But potentially, sorry, 4, 5, 6 certain tricks. My mistake, 6, 4 in hearts, 2 in spades. So 6 certain tricks. Well, where are we going for extras? We'll find out in a minute. Which one does third player East play now? Which club do they put on? Well, quite a lot of improvers and a few intermediates make the mistake here, putting on the 9. That's a mistake. Declarer might just have the Jack X. You know, your partner could be leading from 4 to the King Queen, in which case you've just given Declarer a trick. If you put the 9 in there and Declarer had Jack X, they'd win cheaply with the Jack. So in these situations, but don't be sad because quite a few of you do that. When you've got little ones in dummy and you've got the ace, play the ace. Okay? I can't think of a time that you wouldn't. Because your partner could be leading from 4 to the King Queen. Or 5 to the King Queen, in which case you'll take the first 4 or 5 tricks. You return the original 4th highest now, okay, which was the 3. So that's a good lesson learned, I think. When there's little ones in dummy, third player play high, means play the highest one you've got. Now, where do we go for honey? Which card do we play next, do you think? How are we going to try and make extra tricks here? Which card do we play? We've only got one entry to dummy, haven't we? Where are we going for honey? Well, we need to pay dummy a visit with the heart. Okay. And which card do we play next in the dummy? Clearly a diamond or a spade, but which one? It's our last time in dummy, by the way. I'll tell you, no, I wouldn't play on diamonds here. I'd play on spades. We need to take the spade finesse. We're only going to make one extra trick from diamonds if we play a diamond. We can't get back to dummy to repeat the finesse. So, but do we play the jack of spades or do we play the 5? Interesting. If you're watching in replay, would you play the 5 or the jack? Well, the votes are in on the live chat box. Scrolling down the right of my screen always. Well done if you chose the 5, because that's the correct one to play. If you made the mistake of playing the jack here, which is tempting to do, but it's a mistake, would you cover with the queen? Let's just ask that question. Would East cover with the queen of spades or not? That's a good question, I think. Yes or no? It's a fairly simple question. If I reminded you of the expression cover an honor with an honor, would that help you? Actually, sometimes I have to tell you, you'd hope that they wouldn't. If they make the mistake of not covering, look what happens. The jack wins the trick. The queen dies a death. And Declare makes an easy 4 tricks. So actually, very well done. If you covered with the queen, cover an honor with an honor, unless it makes sense not to. That queen's going to die a death. It's no good just playing low. You need to cover it. And look what happens. By covering it, you have just promoted no, we're going back in time, Mark. We're coming back. But I'm just showing you what happens if you fail to cover. The 9 is now a winner if you cover, you see. You promoted a card for your partner. So well done if you covered. Just go back in time. So that was the wrong thing to do. But look, much better to play the 5. Which one are we playing in hand? No, the club's not a winner. Was it Margaret? Yeah, the club's not a winner. So we finesse to the 10. Very good. Now we play the ace. Pleased to see the queen fall. So now we play to the knave. Right, very good. So we got 5 tricks. What do we do next? So we got 5. We need 4 more. Well, I think the problem is about playing a diamond, then we're going to lose 2 club tricks. So we're not going to make any over tricks. I think I would just now cash out the hearts. Maybe the opponents will throw something. So we're going to cash out the heart winners. Whatever. Cash the king of spades. and then play the king of diamonds. We're going to lose the last few tricks, but we have made our contract, which would be a good result there. $400. Playing the spades was the key. Quite tricky, that. It was quite hard to play the 5 of spades. But that was the best odds, the best that the odds could offer. Good, well done. Let us move back to the classroom. Yeah, there's only one time, as I've just discussed, actually, it's not forcing games in this sequence. 2 clubs, 2 diamonds. If the rebid is 2 no trumps, you can and should pass with 0 or 1. So I've opened 2 clubs. You've responded 2 diamonds. 2 no trump by me. What next for you as South? Next week, something very different. We're doing no trump overcall. So the 1 no trump overcall, also the 2 no trump overcall of week 2s, and how you respond to that. So yes, we don't dwell on this for too long. It's a clear pass. Good. What about this one? Same auction. You've got 2 points this time. Yeah, so 2 points is enough to bid 3 no trumps. And we can't do Stamen because we haven't got a 4-card major. But 3 clubs here would be Stamen, showing 2 points or more. Well done, Richard, Barbara, and others. Let's go on to hand 3 on BBO. Oops. Again, another 2 club opener. North does what, if anything? Yeah, 2 diamonds, good. South rebids 2 hearts. No need to bid 3 hearts or 4 hearts. 2 hearts is game forcing. Over to North, what do they do? With their another Yarborough, actually. No card higher than a 9. Are they allowed to pass? They have to bid something. 1 or 2 of you passing. No, can never pass. That's Bridge Prison if you pass, I'm afraid. 6 months in Bridge Prison for passing 2 hearts out. Suspended because Bridge Prison is full. Some of you supporting hearts, no. South's only guaranteeing 5 hearts. Yes, you can't bid to 4 hearts just yet. Bid 2 spades, showing a 5-card suit. South rebids their hearts. And back to North. Yes, I'm glad we've done this practice session on 2 clubs. It's only going to give you more confidence when you next have 23 points or more, and also how to respond to it. Yeah, now we've repeated the heart, Stuart. Yes. Oh, hi, TJ in London. Hi, Juliet. The rebid shows 6 now, Juliet. The 3 heart bid does show 6, so they can raise to 4 hearts. So a good controlled auction to get to our best contract. Good. Again, just deciding whether to draw trumps or not would be my thoughts. I've made up my mind. Have you made up yours though? Which card should we play now from Declarer? South. Yes, well done if you spotted that. You can start with a small diamond or the ace. But yes, we need to create the void in dummy. Well done. Okay, so East wins with the 10 of diamonds. What do they do next? The clue is that Declarer has created a void in dummy. Therein lies the clue. The club can wait. It's not going to run away. There's no way that the club, if partner's got a club winner, is going to run away. There's nothing to discard it on. So we lead a trump. Good. Maybe partner's got the ace of hearts and can clear the trumps. But luckily for Declarer, they can win with the ace. And rough the diamond in dummy. Okay, what next for Declarer? We're in dummy. Yes, well, very important. It's our last time in dummy, so very important to take the spade finesse, yes, because it's our last time in dummy. It'd be a mistake to play a club, you then lose a spade. So very important to take that spade finesse. Last time in dummy. Now we can continue with the trumps. Getting the bad news, but we're not too bothered because we can play out the ace of spades. King of clubs. And just give up a couple of trumps to the opposition. There we go. So we do make our 10 tricks. Just out of interest, what lead would have defeated this contract? And what lead would have defeated the other hand as well? The other, was it 4 hearts we're in? Probably 4 spades we're in on the first one. So just out of interest, if you had like, you know, double vision, clairvoyant. Yeah, but yeah, Trump would have defeated 4 hearts, but I wouldn't never lead a trump from Queen 10xx. Richard's got a good question. If you know one opponent has got both trumps higher than yours, yes, leave them out, Richard, as we did here. Yeah. If you thought they were 1-1, then try and draw them generally. But if you knew that both opponents had trumps higher than yours, one opponent, sorry, you'd leave it. The rule of 1. Well, you could call it the rule of 2. But I would never lead a trump here. Very dangerous to lead from a queen of trumps, given that Declarer could have ace, king, jack. Oh, the saying about length in trumps, if you have length in trumps, lead from length, Assumpta. So that means if you've got length in trumps like you have here, don't lead a singleton, lead from your 4 or 5 card suit. The premise behind that being you try and shorten Declarer's trumps by letting them rough in their own hand, and your trumps suddenly become longer. Declarer can lose control of the hand. Yeah, it's quite a more advanced expression, that. But you did ask. Let's go back to the classroom. I've opened 2 clubs. You've got correctly bid 2 diamonds. 2 spades from me now. What next for you now with 0 points? Monday. What are we doing Monday? If you've got any spare time? At 9:30 with the Indie Meaners, we're responding to 2 no trumps. A relatively easy lesson for you. Definitely a lesson you could come along to. It's in the same par as Improver. Responding to 2 no trumps. An opening bid. That's 9:30 on Monday. If you've got any spare time. One thing we can't do is pass. We are in a game forcing situation. So we bid 3 clubs. Okay. Keeping it going. We're not promising any points. We're just showing a 5-card suit. Okay, continuing on from this bidding. Partner bids 3 spades now. After our 3 clubs, they must keep going. What next for us? Well, openers repeated the spades now, showing a 6-card suit. So we simply raise to game. Well done. And that's the full hand, you see. That's how strong North could be. Literally, it's a 3-loser hand. Heart loser, club loser, ace of diamonds. So that's why you need to keep going, in case you need reminding, because partner could be as strong as that. 4 spades is an easy make, just draw trumps. And lose the obvious 3 tricks. King of hearts, king of clubs, ace of diamonds, yeah. Good. Let's play hand 4 on BBO. Ooh, we might have time for 2 more hands, actually. Yeah, we'll have a little look. Just for the moment. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so North is the opener now. They've got 10 points. What would you open with that, if anything? Yes, don't make the mistake of opening 2 clubs. So this is a trap hand, if you like. If you play weak 2s, which you all do, you can't open a weak 2 in clubs. Yeah, so this is like a trap hand. You can open 1 club on the rule of 20. One spade by South. What number of spades by North now? Yes, so it's really important. 2 clubs is always strong. 23 plus in any system. You can never open a weak 2 in clubs. Well, we could use the losing trick count that we were learning, brackets, practicing just recently. So how many losers are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losers. How many do we assume for the 1 spade bid, by the way? Let's just get that straight. Some people get that wrong. How many losers do we assume for the 1 spade bid? So North has got 6. It's actually 9. Quite a few improvers and intermediates, a few intermediates get it wrong. They think it's 7. No, it's only 7 for an opening hand. 12 plus points. They might only have 6 points, so it's 9. So 9 and 6 is 15. Away from the magic number, 18 leaves us with a bit of 3 spades. And does North South bid 4 spades, or do they pass? And I can hear the bus. Oh, what, to Bridge Prison, Anne? Yes. It's revving up outside your house. I know where you live, you and Stuart, so I'll send it there. Bashir's driving it, actually. He's visiting Harrogate in the prison bus. Yeah, and they bid for 8 lose a hand. Yeah, clear bid of 4 spades. And the King of Diamonds lead. Okay, well, quite a few losers here. A couple of hearts, club to lose, quite a lot of losing diamonds. You need to make a plan. So there's 2 or 3 routes we could go down. We could draw trumps first. We could try to ruff a heart in dummy. We could try to ruff a diamond in dummy. We could try and do a cross ruff maybe, ruff clubs and diamonds. Or we could set up the clubs. Which option are we going to take, do you think? So we play the ace of diamonds. Which card are we going to play from dummy at trick 2? I think we should set up the clubs. And when you set up a suit, it's generally best to do it straight away. Also, you might find that East is a bit sleepy. What would you play as East? The ace or the 10? It's quite difficult. It looks to me as though Declare is trying to sneak a trick through very quickly. Yeah? You know, and generally they're trying to sneak a trick through. It quite often means Declare has got the singleton king. So for that reason here, I'm going to play the ace. Not because I can see their cards, so I think they're trying to sneak it through. Okay, they'd switch to a heart. To the 10. And the King of Hearts. And then they switch to a trump. Seems sensible. They've taken their 3 tricks. So, well, we're trying to set up the clubs, aren't we? So play ace of spades. Continue with the clubs. Like that. Draw the last trump. Or trumps. Ruff a heart, say. Like that. And Queen of Clubs is a winner. Even if clubs are 4-2, we could have roughed out a club then, got back to dummy 7 of spades. Another club, so 8 of clubs, is a winner, so the diamond can go away. And just winning clubs. Overlap of winners at the end. So well done for establishing the clubs. Not easy to make 4 spades, really. You are allowed to lead an ace away from an ace, Elliot, trick 2 or trick 3, not at trick 1. Yeah, you know, Declare can't have a singleton King of Hearts as well as a singleton, you know, King of Clubs. They won't have 2 singleton kings. It didn't really matter, Barbara, what the ops do. I mean, they were just taking their winners at the end of the day. You know, if they hadn't taken their heart winners, they'd have probably disappeared. We'd have made more tricks. We have got time for one more hand. Let me just find one for you. Because we have got time. Where are we? I'm just giving me a little few seconds to find you one. Let's have a look. Where are we? Let's have a look. Bear with me. Let's try this one here. Yeah. Okay, that looks like a bit of fun. Fun one to finish, maybe. So, it must be 23 points there north. I'm not even going to count them up, but there will be. Yes, what does south do next? Ellie, you're very modest in your bridge ability. Pamela's in Cambridge. Morning, Pamela. Morning, Deirdre. Jack's mum sends her apologies. She's teaching bridge in Morocco for 2 weeks. Something wrong with her. Something wrong with my job description, I think. We don't do winter sun on our bridge holiday company, no, but we do 2 weeks skiing instead. So I'm not too upset. Although I would have liked to have been in Morocco for 2 weeks, wouldn't you? 24 degrees. Yes, so 2 hearts is the positive, with 8 or more points in a good 5-card suit. What next for north, do you think? 23 points. So they can go. Yeah, interesting. 4 hearts, 4 no trumps, 6 hearts. I quite like 6 hearts here, actually. Yeah. Your partner's made a positive 8 or more points with a decent 5-card suit. Yeah. I quite like that. Fast arrival. I don't mind. I mean, even if you bid 4 hearts, partner would probably still go on as south. But it's such a nice hand, isn't it? With good hearts, ace, king of spades. Yeah. No point bidding 4 no trumps. You've got all the aces. Opening lead. Okay. We'll never play too quickly at trick 1. Just deciding whether to draw trumps or not. Yeah, I have to do fast. Normally 9 trumps eater, normally. But here slightly different. Yeah, normally to do fast, 9 or 10 trumps is preferred. Right, which card do we play from dummy at trick 1? They've led the 10 of clubs. Try not to look at the east-west cards. Focus on north and south. Well, when this hand was played face-to-face before COVID, quite a lot of people made the mistake of finessing here. It's a big mistake. They lost to the king. The club came back, and it was rough to 1 down before you'd even started. I think you must be thinking, why are they leading the 10 of clubs? You know, it must be very likely to be a singleton because it can't be top of a sequence because we've got the 9, look, as to Clara. And 100% they won't have the king. But a very cryptic lead if they have the king of clubs. No, the lead, the king must be with East. So well done for plonking on the ace. Okay, what next? Draw trumps or something else? Well, remember the main time we don't draw trumps is if we can create a void in dummy. So yes, I'd create, you need to play off the ace, king of spades first. Okay, well done if you did that. Oh, Phil H is with us. Morning, Phil. I could almost shout to you. You're just down the road. You can probably hear me. I've got quite a loud voice. Morning, Carrie. Annie N. Yes, we've said our mornings. Oh, he's saying morning, Jack. Right, so come back to hand with the King of Diamonds. We can rough a spade. Which one should we rough with, do you think? Ace, Jack, or 6? Yeah, they might have run out of spades, so I think it's important, and we can afford to rough high here. Yeah. Interesting hand, actually. Quite a difficult hand, this one. It's got quite a lot of potential pitfalls or banana skins. Now, which card do we play from the dummy, having just roughed with the Jack of Hearts? Quite a fun hand, actually, to finish on. Wasn't in the curriculum. No, now it's time. One thing's really important. It won't give us extra tricks roughing diamonds in our hand. Almost never does. We don't rough in our own hand. We rough on dummy. It's time to draw trumps. Ace of Hearts. We're not bothered that they're 4-1. We've got good ones. And one more trump. Yeah, interesting. Do we discard the Jack of Clubs or the 5 of Diamonds here? Yeah, the Diamond's useless. And they would throw their club. Good. We're still going along quite well, but we've got to... Yeah, we only lose one more trick. What do we do next? We've just drawn out the trumps as declarer. Do we play a diamond or a club? If you're watching in replay, you've got a bit more time to think about this. You can actually boil the kettle, have a cup of coffee or tea, and press the pause button. Well, you know, you could take the diamond finesse here, but you don't need to. If it loses, you're toast. So much better for a certainty. Yeah, if you take the diamond finesse now, which is that, you'd lose to the queen and be 1 down. So much better to give up a club, lose to win. There you go. So lose to win. They'd come back a spade, which we rough. But now we can go to dummy with the Ace of Diamonds, and triumphantly, our Queen of Clubs is now a master. Lose to win. That's what Jeremy Clarkson couldn't understand when he tried to learn bridge 2 or 3 years ago. Actually, it was more like 5 years ago now. And he wrote a very amusing article. There, we finished on a high, everyone. Yeah, it was a nice finish. 980. It's not available in replay, that one. It's a bonus hand. But it was fun. There were lots of things we had to do right. We had to rise with the Ace of Clubs at trick 1. We had to rough a spade in dummy high. And then we had to give up a club at the end. It was enjoyable, and I enjoyed it. I did make it look easy, Elizabeth. Yeah, it's never easy at the table. No. It'd be a hard hand to play at the table. Let's just go back to the classroom to remember 3 things. You will remember that 2 clubs is 23 plus. Could be slightly less if you have a really good hand. Always respond 2 diamonds, the waiting bid. And finally, you can make a positive with 8 or more points in a good 5-card suit. The lesson on Monday, Ita, come along, you're all welcome. It's responding to 2 no trumps opening bid. That's an easy-ish lesson. Everyone here could come to that. And next Wednesday, we're looking at no trump overcalls. Well, thank you for your company, everyone. 'Tis the end of the show. Caroline will feel more confident. Well, I think everyone's feeling more confident, Franny, about opening 2 clubs and knowing how to respond to it as well.
I thought that was a really excellent class. I've watched a class before. Not sure if you took it, but that one was really clear. So hopefully, if you just stay calm, you should be able to manage to win a few of those.
Well, Richard's hoping he's going to get lots of 2 club deals. So
yes, exactly.
let's hope, Richard. Yes, next time. I can't remember the last time I opened 2 clubs, but I did. That was a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, it's quite a rare bid to make.
That was excellent.
And I think, judging by the amount of thank yous, Franny, I think that lesson went down well.
It really did.
Yeah. But it's always useful to have a review. But just because, as I said at the beginning of the lesson, you really don't open 2 clubs very often. And it's important to get it right because you might miss out on game. You might miss out on slam. Caroline likes your advice, Franny, to stay calm.
Well, that's it, isn't it? Try and stay calm. I think you put the fear into us when you mentioned the prison bus, and so long as I can take my dog, I don't mind Bajir picking me up.
The rooms are dog friendly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we've actually got some baskets in there, so the dogs can sleep well. So dogs are allowed in the Bridge prison.
Oh, that's a relief. Okay.
Yeah, so you can sleep.
Next week we're going to have response to.
Yes, it's really responding to no trump overcall. So if someone opens 1 heart, I overcall one no trump. How you respond to that? Also, if they open a week 2, or I think even a week 3, what 2 no trumps or 3 no trumps shows then? So something we haven't done for a while.
I think that's a good one. And Monday's lesson sounds good too.
Monday, they can all come to Mondays. People do ask me, when are they ready to come to Monday? And I'd say definitely, probably at least half the class now who've been with us a year or 2 would be fine to come along to Monday morning if they can make the time. At 9:30.
Exactly. They don't have Pilates or swimming or tennis or
or even work.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
God,
some people still do work out there. Well, Franny, listen.
All right.
Sleeping dogs lie.
Yes.
Funny enough, I'm seeing my dogs. I think my dogs might be coming up to the flat tomorrow, but sadly not in time for a lesson.
Oh, we haven't seen them for ages. Have they grown any bigger?
No, they stay the same size.
Oh, thank heavens.
You got the big black one, Labradoodle, which is Oreo.
Oreo.
And you got the one that's half the size, which is very cheeky. She's called Star. She's a white one.
They're both Labradoodles, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both Labradoodles.
Very popular. They're so popular. It's amazing.
Well, they've got really nice temperament. They're good with children.
They're a lot of fun too.
And they look nice, yeah. So, but at some point, I think you might have to wait till the summer because I'm doing some babysitting for them in the summer when my ex goes away. So I think I'll be with the dogs then. But at some point later this year, we'll get to see the dogs again. And
you must all be looking for some nice weather in the UK. It's been a little bit bleak, hasn't it?
Oh, we've had so little sunlight, Franny, over the last 4 to 6 weeks. And today's a classic example in Harrogate. I know Anne and Stuart are bemoaning the greyness and cold too, so it's not nice really to be outside. But a couple more weeks of February. I think actually it's warming up tomorrow and the next day. We're keeping our fingers crossed. All right. Well, we'll all say goodbye now and thank everyone for joining us. Yeah, it's been a fun lesson. Thank you, Deb. Thank you, Ellie, Caroline. And we'll do it all again next week. Terrific. Okay. Well, I'll hit the goodbye button. Here we